About 2.5, 3 years ago, Prestige brought out an X60, which was a very interesting, sort of trawler style almost, planing Flybridge cruiser. It's been a successful boat for them. They've sold, I think they sold about 15 or 20 of those already. So they've brought out an X60, and it's very much along the same sort of lines. So you get that forward sloping windscreen here. You also get the lack of side decks. In fact, they have put one side deck on this. The X70's got none at all, which means you get the massive space inside, and I'll show you that as we go on board. But it's an intriguing looking boat, and it's an intriguing layout. So I'm going to take you on board of this one and give you the full tour. We're going to sneak on the back here rather than going around the proper way. I try not to fall in the process. Did say I'd film it if I ever did. Do you know what? I'm going to put it in a bit. There we go, look at that. I'm so strong. Okay, so we have got high-low platform at the back. As it drops, these become steps down into the water. That's a really nice feature. And this is nice too, this big lounging area right on the back of the boat. That cantilevers up and out of the way when you're not using it, but it's a great place to sit, obviously, when you're at anchor. There's crew cabin access here too. I think what we'll do though is we'll head straight on inside first of all, work our way through the interior, and then we'll come out and look at decks, engines, crew cabin, all that kind of stuff. Now this is what I mean about the side decks. They have put one down on this side. The X70 didn't have it. But if we look on the other side, no side deck. And what that gives you is access forward down the outside of the boat, of course, because you've got it on the port side, but then a massive saloon area for a 60-foot boat. That's really big. What's nice is they put doors in here as well, so you get loads of air and ventilation through. Means when you're sat here, you've got a view out that way as well, which is lovely. And then in we go. You've got a table here. This will fold up. I'll move that out of the way, like so, and those slide away. They're just supports for the table, of course. Two entrances. This one takes you down to the lower deck, and the owner's cabin, this one takes you down to the guest accommodation. So we'll head forward first and work our way back. Another thing they've done with this, they've gone away from the aft galley layout that is so popular. They put it in the centre. And what's great about this is when you're stood here, you can look right out across the people you're talking to, right out across the back of the boat. That looks really good. And in fact, they've got what they call the infinity transom. Can't see it very well from here. I'll show you when we go around the outside, but it's basically the back of the boat is a glass panel. Some nice touches here. This one is a high-low storage area, so you can prod a button, probably that one, and the one behind it goes down. Okay, there's two of those. There we go, that's that one. So those will drop away completely, but it means that you can use those areas that you normally can't get to. There we go. We've got the induction hob, we've got the Miele oven there as well. What else have we got here? This one is just storage and bins, but this one is a dishwasher. And then you've got more storage around on this side as well for glasses and other bits and pieces. And it's up here too, he says. Tearing a panel off the wall. Is that storage? No, it's not. It's a vent. It's a good job we didn't pull too hard, isn't it? I expect that one is. Yeah, there we go. So that is that. That'd be a good outtake, wouldn't it? On the other side then, we've got more of the galley area, so big fridge freezers on this side, and also, again, this is all storage down in here, and underneath here, I won't open it all, but you get the idea, and there's a wine cooler as well, that's tucked away in there. And the other thing I really like is this little chill out area up here. I think that's great. It's a great place where you can come and sit and get a great view out. If you're underway, you can chat to whoever's at the helm. That's brilliant. Helm itself is over here. We've got a lift bolster on this, which is quite handy for when you want to stand and drive, but also means you've got really good access out and through the side door. And then here you've got your engine controls. You've got your joystick control as well on this one, which links up the engines and the bow thruster to give you joystick maneuverability. That's the VHF radio there, and then your multifunction displays are here. And it's a forward sloping windscreen, as we saw from outside. And what is good about that is a couple of things. First of all, it allows you to take the accommodation further forward because you don't have that sloping away and taking up all of the bow. So you need, if you imagine if that was coming the other way, it would come right back up here. But the other thing is you don't get the sunlight beaming on it in quite the same way. So it does help to keep things a little bit cooler. We've got hatches up above and they open so you can get more ventilation through the boat. But that is, I think, quite an impressive main deck. Anyway, let's head on forward. I will show you the guest accommodation, and then we'll come back and show you the owner's accommodation, and then we'll go around the rest of the boat. So down here, let's go right up into the bow first of all. VIP guest cabin, really good size actually, I like that. And then, as you'd expect, you've got your little desk here, you've got TV on the wall, you've got a big, it's almost like a walk-in wardrobe really, isn't it? Because you've got the storage in here, you've got the hanging rails down around here. That's very nice. And some nice finishes in here. Look at the way they've done the sort of the fluting across the headboard there, and then you've got this dark panel here just to give a bit of contrast. And if you go over this side, yet more storage. Like so. And of course, this cabin is en suite, so that's in here. We've got the wash basin and we've got the shower. Now this, as I say, is en suite, but you'll notice there's another door here. So this can be the day heads. If we close that one up, you'll see how that goes straight off of there. So people can come down and use the loo without going into any of the cabins. But also, rather importantly, it means that this can be used by cabin 3, and that's over here. So again, decent sized cabin, 2 single beds in this one, bit of hanging storage in places like this. And at night, they'd pop across the corridor. Important thing, obviously, when you're in there, lock both doors, make sure you didn't get a visitor from elsewhere. Now, there is a little secret hiding under these stairs, which I didn't find initially, so I had to get somebody to tell me where it was. However, if we lift these up...
Ta-da! And the Dyson also, we put the Dyson there.
Ah, fantastic. So there we go, with a suitably French dinar, is the washing machine. I didn't know where it was, so I had to go and find somebody to show me. It's pretty well hidden in there. Brilliant, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Fantastic, let's carry on with the tour. I'm going to show you the owner's domain, because that is completely separate, which is a rather nice feature. So if we come right back here, I like the lighting that they put into here, that looks good. And then back here you can see, as the owner, you get your own private little zone back here. Now you do have to be a little bit careful as you come into here. If you're tall, that can be a little bit sudden. I guess how I know. But a lovely cabin once you're in here. And in fact, headroom is brilliant once you are in. I'm 6'1". See, I may have said once or twice before, but just to give you the scale, that's the kind of room that you've got. And it's a nice cabin. If I spin this on around like this, that is pretty impressive, isn't it? Got a lovely little couch in here, tuck yourself away, etc. Huge drawers here. But also, big walk-in wardrobe. It's proper luxury stuff, isn't it? Now this is quite clever. You might have spotted this. I was going to try and keep this as a bit of a secret. But what they've done with this is they've linked this through to the heads. So if we come over here, separate entrance, brings you into the heads. You've got your sink and you've got your toilet, and then the shower is in the centre. Now you might wonder about the logic of that, and I'll explain it to you. You can come in here in the morning. You can have these doors closed. These are pocket doors, so these slide across when they're not pinned back. You come here for the professionalism, don't you? Aha! Da, da, da. There we go. Seek and you shall find. Okay, so imagine this is all closed up. You open this one in the morning, you come in here, you clean your teeth, you do whatever else you need to do, and then you come in here for a shower. All very lovely, big rainfall shower, super. I'm all nice and clean. Let's get out of here. Let's go and get dressed in our lovely walk-in closet. Pick out a nice shirt, find your favourite pants, get yourself dressed, and there you go. Fantastic. Again, some nice features. Look at they've done this headboard across here. Love these lights too. They're rather sexy, aren't they? Fantastic. So that is the interior. We need to look at the deck areas. There's also a crew cabin, and we need to talk about engines and performance. And we need to see what's in here. Okay, circuit breakers in there. And in there. all very get-atable. You've also got some of the safety functions, so fuel shut-offs for generator and engines, fire extinguisher, it's automatic fire extinguishing, but there is a pull for that, so you can manually override it. Fantastic. Okay, we will go out through this door, I think. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? And take a stroll around the decks. Let's head up this way first of all. And this is rather nifty because they've managed to create a sunken section here. So rather than this being raised up, that's lowered down, and it means you step down into it and it makes this lovely little conversation pit. That's fantastic. Pop-up lights, and we've got a bimini on here as well. But this is a great place to come up here and chill out. And you can see that forward screen, and you can imagine if that screen went the other way, how much extra space that would take up. If we go back then down this side, this is the side without a side deck, so it's not going to take us terribly far, but where it will take us is to that side door. Which is locked. But you can walk back into the interior that way if it was unlocked. Moving on. We'll come back this way. I meant to do that, honest. There's those hatches up above the helm. If we walk back down here, I like this kind of super yacht overhang that they've put on here. That's rather excellent. You see it's got all lights underneath it as well. Very splendid. This is nice and high too. You feel very much like you're in the boat here as you walk down here. So we'll come right back aft, back to the cockpit. Now, and I want to talk about this because what they do here is they make this all owner specification. You basically buy the boat with nothing here, and then you put freestanding furniture. So this owner's chosen this rather big settee here. There's the table, and then there's these chairs on this side. The table itself is bolted down, but this is freestanding. What else have we got on this side? We have got Maggie the Baggie, and we've got a bit of storage in here, like so. There's steps down on both sides. These are raised up because that's the crew cabin. I'll show you that, but we're going to head this way first, but not before having a look in here, because there's a little sink. We've got winches on here as well for stern to berthing. That's a nice feature. And if we come up here, you see it's got little pin lights on it, so these will light up at night. All very sexy. And then up onto the Flybridge. And again, they've gone for a similar deal. The table is fixed, but all of this is freestanding. So you can have sunbeds out here, you could put chairs out there, you can do whatever you like. Got the hardtop on this one, it's got the extended bimini that we've got up today, and then the hardtop is this section forward. The other things that you've got up here then, nice little table here, but also the bar is up here too. So this is, there's always bleep when you open them and I've never understood why. That lifts up like that. And that is your barbecue and nothing at all. However, we've got storage underneath, and we have got storage underneath, but also we've got a fridge. Phew. Well, that's going to be more storage then. Okay, let's drop that one back down. Let's drop that one back down. Another bleep, possibly. What? No, only bleeps to do it, haven't it? Well, there we go. And then up here, lovely seating area next to the helm. Another great chill out zone, isn't it? Lots of lovely chill out zones on this boat, like all that. And then the helm is here. So, twin helm seats, obviously steering, throttles, joystick, all that kind of stuff, all controlled from here. And then you've got the multifunction displays across here. And your view out from here is like this, of an azimuth manoeuvring. And wow, look at that super yacht out there. I'm not sure what that is from this angle, other than to say, pretty darn big. We are at the Can Boat Show. Fantastic. Let's go and look at that crew cabin and then we'll finish off with the engines. So, we'll trundle back down this way. This will drop down so you can have this enclosed if you wish. We'll potter back down these steps. Make a nice change to potter rather than trundle, won't it? And then if we come around here and step back down to where we started, it's a high-low platform. I think I may have mentioned that. Yes, I did. There you go. You heard it here twice. And this then is another heads, and then the crew cabin. Now it is only a 60-foot boat, remember, so this is just for occasional use, but nonetheless it is quite a useful space for storing gear or for occasional sleeping, or if your daughter's boyfriend decides to come along. But also this is great because it's a toilet and a shower, because that pulls out of there right off the bathing platform, so people have been out swimming and messing around, they can wander into here, use the loo, shower off if they want to without taking their grubby salty water inside the boat, which is rather splendid. Okay, we'll come back up here. Last thing to talk about is the engines. If we wander around here, now I mentioned that this owner's gone for rather oversized furniture. The actual hatch is underneath this one, so we're going to use a bit of magical video editing, make that disappear, and in we go. Whoosh. Give that a twist. Again, like we did last summer. And down we go. Now down here we have a pair of Cummins 600 horsepower diesel engines. It's quite a decent engine room when you get down here actually. Full standing headroom, which is interesting on a boat of this size. You don't often see that, but that's excellent. So these are 8.3 litres each, so big engines, and they're running through a pod system rather than shafts, which puts them right at the back of the boat and of course helps free up that accommodation. She's doing about 25 knots with these, and she's cruising at about 20, and you'll get about 225 miles of range at that speed. As ever, drop the speed right back, you'll get an awful lot further. What else have we got here? Fuel tanks are in here. We've got the generator. Gyro stabilizer on this one as well, that's tucked away down there. The other fuel tank is on that side, and then we've got some of the service equipment, the battery charging, all that kind of stuff dotted about the place. So there we go. It's a compact engine room, but it's not bad at all. It is all fairly get-outable. Excellent. Let's come back out of here. We'll close that one back down, and we will magic the settee back again. Okay, and that is about the size of that. I am going to head up here, I think back to this lovely seating area on the front, where the azimuth is still manoeuvring. Love watching boats manoeuvre. Especially somebody who really knows what they're doing, it's always spectacular. Fantastic. And that, my friends, is about the size of that. Massive thanks to Prestige Yachts, they've organised this tour. Huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. And we will look forward to catching you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.